What's good? Joseph Three Banks. Going out here to check the mail. This is not my usual run the comics video or part of my art life. This is in conjunction with my COINlife videos. And if you don't know, it is evening time. Look at that. Nice sunset. If you don't know or haven't known or been living under a rock and just haven't got wind of it yet, oh yeah, dry, sparkling, the lavender. I'm a connoisseur of different type of drinks, especially sparkling sodas, and it has been my favorite one. I wish I was getting sponsored by them because I talk about them a lot. I put them in a lot of my Instagram videos. One of my favorite sparkling sodas. They have other flavors too, but this is my favorite one. They have a cucumber one too that could be used in like mixed drinks, or I would say good with salad. The cucumber, and then they have one that's a vanilla bean. That's pretty good. My wife likes that. But yo, how many of you guys are into cryptocurrency or Bitcoin? Ever heard of that? Digital currency, digital assets, digital investing. Whoa, get over here, give me some light. There we go. If you're not, you should definitely check that out. It's been around for a long time. I think about 9 years. I think I heard about it previously, but I'm just now getting into it. I just, at the beginning of this month, started bought some assets and or bought some token. They have different names. It's funny because when you get into it, there's a whole lexicon of new phrases and vocabulary you got to get up on. You hear about blockchain and cryptocurrency or Satoshi and all these other terminologies they got to get up on, and fiat currency, and it's a lot, but it's great because I love learning stuff. And there's some, and it's funny because when I started getting into it, I got into it because of an ad on YouTube. It was this one dude, I forgot his name. If I could find who it is, I'll put his name down in my description box. But it seemed like an honest video. It was a commercial, and I just started watching it. And then I started seeing other videos for a guy by the name of Craig. People probably know he's very big in Bitcoin, specifically BitConnect, which is BitConnect is a platform for lending your Bitcoin for their particular token, which is called the BitConnect coin, or BCC for short. Most all the Bitcoins or cryptocurrency or altcoins or alternative coins, which are alternative to the Bitcoin, they have their own names and their own symbols, kind of like the stock market, how you have a company like Disney, maybe DIS, or Bitcoin is BTC, and they have some other popular ones like Ethereum, which is ETH, or Litecoin, which is LTE, something like that. So, but it's a lot of information, but there's an easy way to get into it, and I'm gonna start trying to just chronicle my journey in this. I found another gentleman, I think I'll put his name in the bottom too if I remember, who I actually went under for BitConnect. Because I keep hearing about BitConnect. What is this? Is this a way of lending your money? You take your, first you have to get your dollars exchanged for one of these cryptocurrencies, and the main one is Bitcoin. It's the biggest one. It's the one that's gotten a lot of mention in the news, and it had a big jump, a super spike in November. I wish I would have known about it like 2 months ago, because it went from being like around between $6,000 and $9,000 per US dollar. The USD value went from that and jumped all the way up to like, at the time, what was it like? It went up to like 13 or 15,000 and 17,000. At the highest that I saw, it was like around 19,000, I believe. 18 to 19,000 US dollars. It is now dipped back down, and today, almost New Year's, December the 30th, Saturday, December 30th, it actually went under $13. It was actually at 12,000. I think the lowest I saw was 12,600. But it's gone back up above $13,000 now for Bitcoin. And most of the other altcoins, or alternative coins, or cryptos or tokens, what you want to call them, a lot of them dipped down too. So I was like, I even did a little thing on Instagram. I said, hey, it's maybe a good time if you want to investing now. And it's still hovering around at 13,000. So I want to do a quick video to just let those know. If you've heard about it or you want to know more about it, just follow, subscribe to me, Joseph 3 Banks. This video or this YouTube channel of mine is about my art life. And one of the things that I'm trying to do is fund my art life. And the way I see of funding it is to make investments. And this is a passive investment because I changed my dollars. I started with like $120, I believe. Yeah, $120. And I changed those dollars to Bitcoin. And I used a service called Coinbase, which is probably one of the more popular ones. There are others. But this one, it's probably like when people just getting started and the newbies like myself, you go to Coinbase and you buy Bitcoin. And I got $120 of it. And then when you put your money in Coinbase, it's a free service. You don't have to pay for it. There are transaction fees. And people, that's the big debate now, which I start seeing a lot of the news and a lot of the people discussing it, is that transaction fees have gotten higher. And it's because of the popularity, more people getting into it. So a lot of these companies weren't used to this big influx of people. So they're trying to, the pipeline to actually getting these coins, they're trying to enlarge that. So they're trying to kind of deal with that. They've increased a lot of transaction fees, and Coinbase is, even though it's a major one of the big ones, it's doing the same. It has some transaction fees are kind of high, especially to send money. Buying the coin, because I had to, you attach your bank account or your debit card, credit card to it, and then you buy the coin. So I bought like $120 worth. I forgot the exchange rate now is like 13,000 whatever dollars to $13,000 equals 1 Bitcoin. So one Bitcoin, just for Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin is around $13,000, a little over $13,000. So, and then so I had to change it. So I forgot how many I originally had, like 0.00069 or 9, something like some real small number. It was a small number of Bitcoin. At the time, it was 17,000. I remember it was like around 17,000 at the time when I bought it. But it was good for me to get in. I wanted to get in. So then I got my Bitcoin in Coinbase, and then I started a BitConnect account. And I started looking at a lot of people's videos, watching lots of videos, doing a lot of research. And I saw that was probably one of the best ways for me to do, because it's passive income, or should I say passive interest. I'm not doing no edits in this. It's gonna be straight video. But yeah, passive income. So you basically give, you exchange your Bitcoin for their BitConnect coin, and their BitConnect coin then is used. There's another term. That's all these terms, mining, and that's how you get this money. A guy by a Japanese entrepreneur and tech guy by the name of Satoshi. I forgot his last name, but he's one who came up with this whole thing with this type of digital currency, which is a peer-to-peer digital currency. It's decentralized. There's no government involved in it. There's no banking regulations involved in it. It's like, here, I'm giving you money, I give you money, no matter where you are in the world. I want this service, or I want this product, here, I pay for it, and it's the same across the board, around the world. So it's an amazing thing. And at first people thought, is it a scam? Is it a scam? Is it some type of Ponzi scheme? No, it's just a way you can invest money and get a return. Some people, there's different ways to make money with the currency. Some people use it almost like a day trading thing, people who are into day trading. Some people just put their money, just buy the Bitcoin or whatever type of altcoins they have, put it in a particular exchange. Coinbase is kind of like an exchange. You can buy coin, but you can also exchange it for, right now there's 4 types of tokens you can buy at this moment in time. I think it's going to be 5 soon, but right now you can buy Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, which is a fork. Another terminology is when these companies start branching off. It's almost like subsidiaries, or like when in the stocks we have a company that is very huge, it splits. It's kind of like that. So Bitcoin Cash is a fork. Litecoin, which people love Litecoin, Ethereum, so that's 4, and those are the 4 coins that's in there now. I think one called Ripple, which is owned by a number of banks. And like I said, there's a lot of international love going on for cryptocurrency, but the USA, where I live, where I was born and bred. I'm talking about it in a different video, but basically put it like this. If the U.S. government can control it, they don't like it. This is something which is a lot of people getting in it, a lot of people making lots of money with this. I'm talking about people have become millionaires it's not a get rich type of thing, but because of the popularity of it, people who invested early, I'm talking about like years ago, are now very wealthy. I think it's a currency, it's a type of investment. Well, some people don't even like using investment. It's an asset. It's a digital asset. It's a type of digital currency. And it's still in development. It's still getting a lot of popularity. And it's still getting a lot of press. So, but, man, a lot of younger people and tech people are into it. It hasn't hit the mainstream just yet. It's been on Wall Street, been on some other, people been talking about it in different type of magazines and stuff, but it hasn't come, I'm talking about like a very big boost in the mainstream. It hasn't hit that yet. Because if I go to these houses and I ask, hey, you know what Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is? They'll be like, oh, never heard of that. Most people haven't. That's why I'm doing these videos, to kind of educate from what I know. I'm a newbie. I am not no financial advisor. I am not no, I'm not no crypto analyst. A lot of people online, they become crypto analysts and crypto bloggers. I'm blogging. I'm blogging my journey, my COINlife journey. The good, bad. I'm just going to start blogging about it, just like I can blog about my art life, like I blog about comics, my run the comics hashtag. Just like I blog about what else I blog about? My little Instagram. I'm a foodie, a little bit foodie, and all this other stuff. So I showed you that lavender. Hey, get that, dry lavender, dry. It's in Kroger. I'm giving y'all a shout out, Kroger. It's in Kroger. But hey. This is very interesting. This is very dope, and I'm gonna put a link to my Coinbase, link below. I'm gonna put my BitConnect link below. I can sponsor you, and you can follow along with me. My Instagram will be down below. You can follow me on that because I give tips from what I've seen, or just little advice, what I've found out about certain things, which is like, it's interesting. Because some people talk about it and they say, oh man, you could be rich. And yes, you can, but people thinking too short term. It's more of a long term investment. It's something to think about long term, just like stocks and bonds and CDs and stuff. This is something where it can jump up in price. Ooh, look at that moon. Yeah. Ellenwood. It can jump in price, and you can do very well in it. And there are people who are actually living off of it, that they are actually making enough that the money that they're getting from interest, they're living off the interest. And BitConnect is an awesome program. I just started with $110, my initial investment. $110, a little over 2 weeks ago. And it compounds. And once it reaches $10, you can reinvest. So I've done it today. Yeah, today was the second time I did it. So now my original investment is up to $130. So I've gained $20. You don't get that in banks. I've always had an issue with banks on how they take your money, they lend it, give people loans, home loans, car loans, just personal loans, and you get some little 1% APR annually. If I was to put $110 in the bank, after a year, you will not get what I just got in 2 weeks. And that's just the truth. No matter what bank you go to, you have to go to the Bank of America. I have a credit union, and you're not going to get those type of numbers. And I just put $100. If I would have put $1,000 in there, instead of going up, because it gets between 0.8 and 1% daily interest. You get interest per day. On average, they say 1%. Let's go down to, let's be a little bit more conservative. Let's say 0.75 to 0.95%. That's still better than any bank. And after it gets $10, there's a lot of strategies. People have lots of strategies on how to do it. You reinvest. It's basically about reinvest. Some people just keep it in there and then not reinvest. But some people say, no, just reinvest after it hits $10. And after it hits $10, reinvest. Then when it gets to a point, you'll start reinvesting, like instead of $10, it'll be $20 reinvest. It's going to be an amazing 2018. This journey is going to be interesting. And there's so much I'm trying to get into. I'm looking to get into selling life insurance too. So I'll probably start blogging about that too. So we shall see. You never know. Yeah, man, this is very exciting. I just wanted to just have this video to kind of let people know what I've been doing, and that if you have any questions, hey, put down in the comments or message me. I'm just gonna go back in the house because it's mad cold out here. I'm just gonna be very frank about it. You know, if the whole thing just does some crazy stuff in the next days, I'll talk about it too. But the whole thing I think that's interesting is about the disrupt. This whole disrupt hashtag. We want to disrupt these systems, these banking systems, all these other systems. And I like it, and it's good in certain places. And I think how we've been controlled by governments and banking systems for so long, and we're not getting nothing from it. Your money stays in the bank and it's doing nothing. You can have your money do something. And this is something which is looking very viable. A lot of people have people putting lots of money behind it. So it's not like something which is just trying to come for a little season and leave. Like I said, it's been around for 9 years. So people are really trying to get it to work and work well, so people can really get into it. Everybody, not just people who are the 1%. It's not a rich person's game. Even though if you have money and put it into it, you can get lots of big gains. But this is going to be very interesting. Oh, there it is. It's going to be very interesting how things turn out. So follow me. I'm going to have a playlist called COINlife. Follow me on that playlist. I'll actually put other videos in that playlist of other people who I see videos where I think would be very helpful to understanding. Not only just talking about investing in it, different coins you can invest in, taxes. What about taxes? See, that's not IRS trying to get in this, they trying to mess. But, the thing about it is, if it's a cryptocurrency, it's not an actual, tangible, physical currency. Only time you can really be taxed, I'm just going to throw this in, I'll talk about it later. One time you really be taxed is when you have what we call a taxable event. When you put your money that you made, have the cryptos that you make, you put back in your bank account, that's a taxable event. So you have to pay tax on it. Just like if you have stocks, if you cash out, you have to pay tax on it. So what's the best way to do? Keep it as it is. And when you pay something, pay for it as a Bitcoin or as altcoins. Don't turn it back to cash. And there's actually a service where you can actually get a crypto debit card and just pay with your cryptos rather than putting it into your bank account. So people are actually living off of it. So it's mad exciting time. Everything's changing. Hey, I know some people think about it's the end of the world, one world currency. I'm a Christian, so I don't even really care about it. If it happens, whatever. I'm a follower of Christ. I'm not a follower of some one world system. It doesn't control me. When things start going against my faith, then that's when I buck against it. Disrupt, remember, disrupt in a lot of things. My disruption when it comes to a spiritual sense, but also disrupt when it comes to a cultural and other economics. So that's my video, man. Joseph 3 Banks. Subscribe, share, like, and we'll see how this thing goes. We'll see how this Bitcoin and all the other altcoins go, and follow me on this journey. All right, it's mad cold. Let me get out here. I see my daughter try to come outside. These kids are crazy, man. I'm out. Grace and peace.